This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, welcome to our webinar on Oracle Goldengate 21C new features. My name is Ashish Agarwal, and I'll be delivering this session to you. So before commencing the session, just a quick round of update regarding my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal _GG. So if you haven't visited the channel, I would request you to do visit the channel and do like, share and subscribe the channel. The channel is dedicated to Goldengate related videos. So if you're watching the session live, I have pasted the link in the chat window. You can copy it from there as well. So I'll give you 10 seconds to visit the channel and like, share and subscribe. So the channel is dedicated to Goldengate related videos only. So the channel name is Ashish Agarwal _GG. Okay, so let us start our session. So before starting the session, just a quick update or quick introduction about me. So I'm an expert in Oracle Goldengate and Oracle database. So those who don't know me or who haven't come in contact with me, so I have 13 plus years of training experience in Goldengate and more than 15 plus years of experience in Goldengate. I have various high rated courses like Goldengate Classic Architecture, Goldengate Microservices and Goldengate Veridata. So I've trained more than 4,300 plus trainees and taken 148 plus corporate batches so far. I'm a certified OCP and Oracle Goldengate certified as well. I'm a blogger and speaker related to Oracle Goldengate. So there are a lot of blogs available under my name. Similarly, I present my papers a lot in different user groups. So I'm a regular speaker related to Oracle Goldengate. So if you want to reach out to me anytime, you can email me at ashishagarwalag@gmail.com. So post session or later on anytime, if you have any issues, questions, if you need any guidance, if you need anything, you can reach out to me over my email ID, which is ashishagarwalag@gmail.com, or you can tweet me at ashishagarwalag, or you can send a comment at my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/ashishagarwal_GG. So today's session agenda includes introduction to Oracle Goldengate. So we'll be starting with Oracle Goldengate. What is Oracle Goldengate? Then we'll be discussing about different Goldengate architectures, and then we'll discuss about Oracle Goldengate 21C new features. And I'll take all the questions. So now I want you to focus on this session for next 60 to 90 minutes. Please keep your phone down and away. Post any of your question if you have in the chat window. I assure you, this is going to be very good session for you. This is going to be amazing experience for you. And after the session, upon completion of the session, if you have any questions, any issues, you can post the questions in this form link as well. The link will be shared over chat window. You can post it over here and I'll answer it. So I'll give you 10 seconds. Whatever notifications you have to reply, just reply those. Keep your phone away, and my assurance to you is to provide you the amazing experience for next 60 to 90 minutes. Amazing learning experience will be getting. So let us start now. So Oracle Goldengate, what and why? So Oracle Goldengate provides near real-time transactional data replication. So Goldengate is a replication tool which is used to replicate the data from source database to target database. So the replication is near real time. By near real time, we mean that the data is replicated within few milliseconds to few seconds. So Goldengate provides near real time transactional data replication. With Goldengate, replication can be unidirectional, bidirectional, or multidimensional as well. So you can set up Oracle Goldengate replication in unidirectional environment or bidirectional or multidimensional. So unidirectional means one to one. So you have one source, one target, data is getting replicated in unidirectional environment. Bidirectional environment means application can be connected to both the sides. So data from site A to site B will be replicated. Similarly, whatever transactions application is doing on site B, it will be replicated to site A. Also, it supports multi-dimensional replication. Multidimensional means multiple sites may be involved for the replication and you want to perform Golden Gate replication among them. So with Golden Gate, replication can involve several sources and targets simultaneously. So you can have multiple sources and multiple targets for replication. Similarly, you can have multiple sources, single target, or you can have single source, multiple targets as well. So replication can involve several sources and targets simultaneously and can be used for distributing data for backup, hot standby, auditing, reporting, warehousing, and load distribution, etc. So you can use that for distributing data for backup. So you can use the replicated database for performing the backup or hot standby or auditing, reporting, warehousing, and load distribution. With Golden Gate, another advantage is you can replicate the data as it is, or you can perform data filtration or transformation as well. So you can do the replication as is, or replicated data may be edited, transformed, split into different distributions, have metadata added or filtered. Both DMLs and DDLs may be replicated in whole or in part. So Golden Gate supports DML as well as DDL replication as well. So the best advantage with Golden Gate is you can perform data filtration and or transformation using Oracle Golden Gate. So with filtration, we mean that suppose there are 100 schemas in the database. You want to replicate the data of only 5 schemas. It is possible. In those schemas, you have each schema is going to have 50 tables and you want to replicate only 10 tables out of those. So you can do that. Similarly, you can do filtration at row level as well. What rows you want to transfer, what rows based on rules you don't want to transfer, you can do that as well. Similarly, you can do data transformation as well. So what do we mean by data transformation? So data transformation means, say for example, in source table, you have column called as salary and commission, and target, you have only salary column. So you want that the source salary plus commission should be replicated to target salary column. So you can perform data transformation as well as per your business requirement. Apart from that, you can use Golden Gate to replicate DML as well as DDL transactions as well. So DML means insert, update, delete, which requires exclusive commit, and DDL means your alter, modify, which are auto commit. Now, who should learn Golden Gate? DBAs, apps DBAs, any Oracle, non-Oracle DBA, PLSQL developer, data architects, technologists responsible for data replication, high availability data technologists, cloud migration specialists. Like Golden Gate right now is in boom due to these cloud migrations going on. So organizations are moving their databases to cloud from on-prem. So for that purpose, what they are doing is they want to do it with zero downtime, because if there is any downtime, they will lose the revenue. Apart from that, the goodwill will also go on toss. So they're using Golden Gate for zero downtime upgradation and migration. So Golden Gate is, or what organizations do is, the Golden Gate is a separately licensed product. So what organizations do is, they, instead of buying the license for a longer period, they just buy the license for shorter period, like during which they can complete the migration, and once migration is complete, they'll release the Golden Gate license, hence saving the cost, but justifying the cost for revenue saving. Because for the timing, say for example, consider a telecom company. So Vodafone, let us consider. So Vodafone database is not available to its customers, say for example, for 5 hours due to this migration. During that time, customers cannot pay bill. They cannot, if you're prepaid customer, they cannot recharge their account. They cannot, so, and if whatever calls they make, because database is not available, it won't be, they basically they won't be charged for that call. So do you understand how much revenue loss they will incur? So to save themselves from that, they are using this Golden Gate for zero downtime upgradation and migration. Now, why learn Golden Gate? The question comes, why should we be learning Golden Gate? So Golden Gate is used by almost, in right now it's being used in all domains, in all banks and telecoms and large enterprises. Like GoldenGate is mandatory. They are using GoldenGate. Apart from that, GoldenGate is still niche skill and in demand skill. So if you are as a DBA, only see, I'll tell you one scenario like around couple of years back when cloud was launched. So there was a panic among DBAs that what happens to us now? Is DBA job going to be redundant? Means I received almost 100, means if I have to take the average of 1 month or 2 months, it would be almost 70 to 100 messages per day, which I was receiving. Like there was panic all over. And I did one webinar at that time just to calm the situation down because everyone was like, is the DBA job going to be redundant? Should we change the domain? Should we go out of this industry? IT industry no longer for us. Like people were like that during that time. So at that moment, my answer was learn new technology. See, if you are redundant, see whatever is redundant. If you are redundant in the market, yeah, you will be kicked out. But if you can upskill yourself, consider the example of Nokia and Android. So Nokia didn't change itself. You remember like until 2008, 2009, Nokia was the market leader, even better than Apple. And not only in India or somewhere else, all over the world, Nokia was the leader. But because they didn't change themselves according to market conditions, they didn't upskill themselves, their environment. Now, Nokia was bought by BlackBerry, and we don't know what's happening with Nokia. Most of us don't know, right? So if you can change yourself according to market, if you can upskill yourself, if you can meet the demand, if you can let your organization or your organization people know that yes, you will be beneficial for them. Trust me, nobody is going to give you the pink slip. So learn new things, learn new technologies, learn new features so that I'm not talking about Golden Gate here. I'm talking about in whatever domain you are into right now, whatever technology you are into right now, whatever administration you are doing. If you continue to upskill yourself, you will never be you should never worry about these jobs thing. Consider like I started my career with Oracle 9.9 and right now it's 21. I see a lot of changes and people who have started working from 6i, like they are like, as per them, they are doing nothing right now. See, manual work with each version is replaced by something automation. But still DBA jobs are there. It's not like DBAs are not there. But people say, for example, if I worked on 9.9 and I continue to say, no, I don't want to learn new thing. I just want to continue like the way I used to work on 9.9, like taking the backup manually, then restoring manually. Everything was manual at that time. If I do that, nobody is going to respect me. Nobody is going to keep work with me, right? If they have to, if I have to work with them, like it's a relationship. I should not say that I have to work with them or if they have to work with me. It's like mutual relationship. So if both of us have to work together, in that case I have to keep upskilling myself. I have to ensure that same work could be used with new features, along with that with lesser, right? So continue to learn new technologies. And if you are DBA, learning Golden Gate is mandatory now. Like organizations, whatever jobs you must be seeing, if you are into the job market, if you're going into job market, you must be seeing that. So okay, so with cloud implementations, customer want real-time replication or zero-time downtime migration from on-prem to cloud. So as I mentioned earlier, for migration purpose, Golden Gate is being used. So organizations, what they do is they hire people for shorter period. Now again, for this migration purpose, you need to have Golden Gate knowledge. Now organizations, what they do, they hire people on contract for shorter term contract, like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, or 1 year maximum, during which you have to migrate their database. They pay you handsomely for that, and then you leave. So DBAs, developers, and architects can set apart by upskill, stay ahead in career, and better paid in Goldengate. Another thing I want to tell you, like average salary as per Indeed, it's not my figures, but as per Indeed, you can also check. Average salary of DBA in US is $96,000 per year. However, for people with Goldengate knowledge, the average salary is 125,000 and upwards per year. Now, for people who are in from different countries, like India, they may say that 96,000 is still good. But the thing is, when you stay in the country like US or outside, see, whatever you are earning in that country, your your expenditure are according to that. So trust me, 96,000 when you compare in US is less, is not great, but 125 is really very good. So now moving to different types of Oracle Goldengate architectures. So what are different types of Oracle Goldengate architectures available? So I'm talking about until 19C right now. So until 19C, there are two types of Oracle Goldengate architecture. In fact, in 21C as well, we have these two types of architecture. Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture and Oracle Goldengate Microservices Architecture. So what you see on this screen for Classic and Microservices, it is until 19C. So until Oracle Goldengate 19C. Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture, there are two types of architectures available. One is Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture and second is Oracle Goldengate Microservices Architecture. So Classic Architecture is available since beginning of Goldengate. So let me give you a quick overview of Goldengate. Introduction to Oracle Goldengate. So Goldengate was founded in 1995 as a standalone company and it is named after famous San Francisco Bridge. In 2009, Oracle overtook it, and since then it is known as Oracle Goldengate. From 2009 to 2017, there was only one way to configure Goldengate, and that was through command prompt, GGSCI. Those of you who have seen Goldengate environment, you must have seen. So GGSCI is command prompt of Oracle Goldengate. So until 2017, there was only one way to configure Goldengate. And we used to call it Oracle Goldengate, that GGSCI based architecture. In 2017, that is from Goldengate version 12.3 onwards, Goldengate launched a new architecture of Goldengate, which is called as microservices architecture. And they renamed a already existing GGI based architecture to Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture. So Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture is command prompt based GGSCI environment. It allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Goldengate through command prompt. And until 19C, in fact, for 21C as well, I should say, it is available for Oracle as well as non-Oracle database. Microservices architecture has been introduced from Goldengate version 12.3 onwards. It allows you, one of the feature of microservices is GUI. So it allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Goldengate through GUI. And it allows for better integration with cloud application. Now, until 19C, Oracle Goldengate microservices was available only for Oracle database. From 21C, you will see going forward, I'll show you, the support has been increased to various heterogeneous databases like SQL Server, DB2, ZOS, and few other databases as well. So from until 19C, Goldengate microservices was available only with Oracle databases. Now, one more product in Go. So there are two types of architecture, classic and microservices. So classic architecture is GGSCI based architecture. If I have to show you quickly, I can show it to you. Let me start this VM. So I have got a VM for you. So I'll show it to you. Let it get started. Okay. So classic architecture is GGSCI based architecture available for both Oracle as well as non-Oracle database. Microservices is GUI based architecture. It's a REST API based architecture basically, whose one of the feature is GUI. And until 19C, it was available only for Oracle databases. From 21C, the support has been increased to few heterogeneous databases. So Goldengate is a product which allows for heterogeneous database replication as well. The major advantage with GoldenGate is it not only supports Oracle, it also supports heterogeneous non-Oracle databases as well. Now, another product of Oracle GoldenGate family is Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. How many of you have heard about this Veridata? Anyone? Like post in chat window if you have. Okay. Okay. So it's a mixed response. So another product of Oracle GoldenGate family is Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. So as the name suggests, Veridata verifies the data for you. Veridata verifies the data for you. So Veridata is right now getting very popular due to these cloud migrations going on. So what Veridata does is it is used to find the data discrepancies between two objects and can repair them as well. Say for example, you want to replicate the data from department table on source to department table on target. Now there are 10,000 records on source database and 9,000 records on target database. Now there is the discrepancy of 1,000 records, right? So what Veridata can do is it can identify the discrepant records for you and it can repair those discrepancies for you as well. As I mentioned, Veridata right now is getting very popular due to these cloud migrations going on. So upon migration, what organizations do is they want to do the validation check, whether the data is in sync or not between on-prem and cloud, because data is everything. Data is everything. You must have seen how organizations try to secure their data and do other stuff. So security is everything. So data, if there is any data discrepancy, then there is some issue. So what Veridata can do for you is it can validate the data for you, identify the discrepancies, and if there are any discrepancies, it can repair those discrepancies as well for you. Now Veridata in cloud migration, it is used for validating the data. Similarly, if you're looking to be GoldenGate certified, GoldenGate certification contains 10 to 15% of questions from Veridata. Okay. Okay. So let me quickly show you classic architecture. So these are the VMs which I'll be sharing with you as well during the training. So, when you log into GoldenGate, so GoldenGate home is this for me. U01 app gg underscore demo. So to log into GoldenGate environment, you need to do GGSCA. GGSCA stands for GoldenGate Software Command Interface. So this is you configure, add GoldenGate processes, perform the replication from here. So this is called as classic architecture. Microservices architecture also I can show you. So microservices architecture is a GUI based architecture, as I told, means it's a REST API based architecture, and it also provides you access to GUI. So to log into microservices, so this is microservices architecture, what you see on your screen right now. So you have to log into your administration server, and there you can find your extracts and replicates. So if you want to create any new extract, you click on plus. Similarly, to create the new replicate, you create on plus beside it. Okay. So these are the two types of architecture, classic and microservices. You can choose any of the two, whatever you want to choose, while configuring Oracle GoldenGate based on what is supported. Okay. So let me give you overview about Oracle GoldenGate classic architecture, and then we'll move to new features of 21C as well. So Oracle GoldenGate architecture, how Oracle GoldenGate works. So this is classic architecture. So you have source database and you have target database. So source database can be, means source or target database can be any Oracle GoldenGate supported database. Now each database has its own transaction logs. In case of Oracle, these transaction logs are redo logs or backup of redo logs, which are called as archive logs. So whatever changes are made to the database, those changes are recorded into those log files. In case of non-Oracle database like SQL Server or MySQL, these logs are called as transaction logs. So whatever changes you make to the database like insert, update, delete, or any DDL transaction, so it goes to the transaction log of the database. Once it goes to the transaction log of the database, GoldenGate capture process reads the data from the transaction logs and capture only committed transactions. So remember, your redo logs or archive logs contains or transaction logs contains both committed and uncommitted data. So GoldenGate extract process will capture the committed transaction from the transaction logs and write them to the local machine in the trail file. Trail files are binary format files. The format is same as archive log. So whatever data extract process captures, it writes them to the local trail file. Once the data becomes available into local trail, the data pump process, who does the data messenger part. So data pump process reads the data out of your local trail, sends it over TCP/IP network and writes it to remote trail on target. Once the data becomes available into remote trail, GoldenGate replicate or delivery process will apply the data to the target database. So capture process captures the data, the change data, but it captures only committed transaction. Once it captures those, it will write them to the trail file on local machine, which are called as local trail. Once the data is available into local trail, the data pump process read the data out of a local trail, sends it over TCP/IP network and writes it to remote trail on target machine. Once the data is available into remote trail, the replicate process will apply it to target database. So there are three processes involved over here: capture, pump, and delivery process. So capture process does the capturing of data. So capture process is also called as extract process. So in GoldenGate, you must have heard the term extract. So this capture and extract are used interchangeably. Pump is the data messenger, which sends the data over TCP/IP network, and delivery is also called as a replicate. So replicate and delivery are used interchangeably. So these are the three processes involved in Oracle Goldengate classic architecture. Each process has a source to read from and a target to write to. So capture process source is transaction logs of database and target is local trail. Pump process source is local trail, target is remote trail. Replicate process source is remote trail and target is target database. Now GoldenGate, as I mentioned earlier as well, it supports bidirectional environment as well. So bidirectional means both the sites can be active and GoldenGate can replicate the data. So bidirectional, I always say, is nothing but two-way unidirectional with some considerations. So just like you have replicated the data from site A to site B, similarly you can replicate the data from site B to site A. So in site B again, you will have its own transaction log. So capture process on site B will capture it and write it to local trail on site B. Once the data is available into local trail on site B, the data pump process reads the data from local trail and writes it to remote trail on site A, and then replicate process will apply it to site A database. Okay, guys, if you have any question, anything, you can post in the chat window. So I see one question: how much size validator can validate? How much time it take? So it's so size wise, again, there is no restriction how much time it takes. It depends on the environment. There are profile parameters present. It depends on your CPU, etc. So there are multiple factors involved while estimating. So it can range from 30 seconds to 20 hours or more than that as well. So it completely depends. Okay. Okay. So this is classic architecture. How classic architecture works, this is how it is. So next is microservices. Let me quickly give you overview of microservices and then I'll move to 21C new features. So we are talking about classic architecture. Now, what is microservices architecture? So as you saw, microservices architecture is REST API based architecture. It is REST API based architecture. So microservices architecture was launched in August 2021. It was launched in August 2017, and the existing architecture was renamed to Classic, and new architecture was launched, which is called as microservices architecture. So Oracle Goldengate microservice based architecture allows you to configure, monitor, and manage Oracle Goldengate services using web-based user interface, just like we see. So this is the architecture of microservices. So in microservices, you have service manager. So under service manager, you have different services like admin server, performance matrix server, distribution server, and receiver server. So if you look at this, when I log into this, you see this admin server is there, distribution server is there, performance matrix server is there, and receiver server is there. You have received. So microservices architecture have different service servers available. So you have administration server, performance matrix server, distribution server, and receiver server. So under admin server, you configure Golden Gate processes like extract and replicate process. So under in microservices architecture, the extract and replicate processes reside under, or you configure them under administration server. Now, under administration server, like we see, we are under administration server. If you want to add the extract, we can add the extract. Similarly, replicate as well. So under administration server, you have Golden Gate extract process, which receives the changes and writes them to the trail file. It captures the changes from source database and writes it to trail file on local machine, which are called as local trail. Once the data is available into local trail, the distribution server. So classic architecture data pump process has been replaced by distribution server in microservices architecture. Similarly, classic architecture, there is one collector process which runs in the background, which collects the data. It has been replaced by receiver server in microservices architecture. So you have Golden Gate extract process, which reads the data from the source database, captures committed transaction and writes them to trail file on local machine. Once the data is available into local trail, the distribution server reads the data from local trail, sends it over TCP/IP network, where receiver server collects it or receives it and write it to remote trail. Once the data is available into remote trail, the replicate process on target will read the data from remote trail and apply it to targeted. Then there is one more, performance matrix server. So what is performance matrix server? So performance matrix server is new addition to Oracle Golden Gate environment. It is in fact available with the microservices or classic both. So it allows you to monitor the Golden Gate performance in near real time. In near real time, it allows you to monitor Oracle Golden Gate performance matrix. So you can see this. Similarly, if you want to click on a process, you can click on that and it can give you this thread performance, status and configuration, trail file details, and everything. So these are the components of microservices architecture: administration server, service manager, receiver server, distribution server, and performance matrix server. So basically, service manager is watchdog for all other services like admin server, receiver server, distribution server, and performance matrix server. And admin server It administers, supervise, manage processes, configuration, parameter files, etc. So everything reside over here. It is central control entity for managing replication components. Receiver server handles all incoming trails. Works with distribution server as shown. Distribution server, it acts as data distribution agent that support conveying and processing data in command. It replaces classic data pump. Performance metric server uses metric service to collect and store instance deployment performance. You can use performance metric in both microservices and classic. So these are the two types of architectures available in Oracle Goldengate environment. Oracle Goldengate classic architecture and Oracle Goldengate microservices architecture. Okay, so one question which is being asked is, does Veridata requires separate license? Yes, Veridata is a separately licensed product. Okay, guys, if you have any question, feel free to post them in the chat window. Okay, so now let us discuss about Oracle Goldengate 21c new features. So what are the new features of Oracle Goldengate 21c? So the release of Oracle Goldengate 21c is available with microservices architecture for databases other than Oracle. So with introduction of 21c, Oracle Goldengate microservices is now available for databases other than Oracle. Then Oracle database unified build support. So I'll discuss this with you separately. What does unified build support means? Then there is new feature called as automatic extract of tables with supplemental logging is supported. So with from 21c, Goldengate has introduced automatic extract of tables. That means you don't need to mention them in the parameter file of Oracle Goldengate. You just can enable automatic extract of tables. So I'll discuss about that as well. Then automatic conflict detection and resolution. So automatic CDR was introduced in Goldengate version 12.3. Now they have enhanced, they have introduced some orientation in that. They have introduced some upgradation or enhancement in that. So automatic CDR is also enhanced now. Then autonomous database extract is supported. Now the thing is, you have Oracle autonomous database on cloud, right? Now until prior to 21c, extract from autonomous database was not supported. Only replication to autonomous database was supported. However, now Goldengate support from 21c, it is now supporting data extract from autonomous database as well. Then you can replicate large DDL as well. So prior to this 21c, your DDL needed to be less than 4 MB. If it is greater than 4 MB, it could be replicated using Oracle Goldengate. Then DB unique name comes with heartbeat table. So if you know what is heartbeat table, it says that DB unique name now comes. Prior to that, it didn't used to come. It is used to identify when you have multiple heartbeat tables created. Then enhance integrated replicate and parallel replicate reports. So if you want to means the reporting of integrated replicate and parallel replicate is also enhanced. Similarly, the parallel replicate support for heterogeneous database has been there now for SQL Server, DB2, ZOS, and MySQL. So parallel replicate was launched in Goldengate version 12.3 and it was only available for Oracle database. But now the support has been increased to parallel replicate support has been increased to databases other than Oracle like DB2, SQL Server, or MySQL. So Oracle Goldengate 21c architecture. From this version of OGG, microservices architecture is available for heterogeneous database as well as big data adapters. So now classic extract. So if you know about different types of extract and replicates available. So from GoldenGate version 18c onwards, classic extract was deprecated. However, from GoldenGate 21c onwards, classic architecture is deprecated as well. Guys, remember, it's not desupported, it's just deprecated. So from GoldenGate 21c onwards, classic architecture is deprecated. Classic extract is no longer supported from Oracle GoldenGate 21c. So in 18c and 19c GoldenGate, classic extract was deprecated, but from 21c onwards, it is no longer being supported at all. So classic architecture now has been deprecated for below databases: Oracle DB2ZOS, MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, Big Data adapters. Now the thing is, the future of data integration automation is through microservices, which enables organizations to transform, automate, and scale their data movement environments. So microservices architecture is future of Oracle GoldenGate, and Oracle is pushing its customer to upgrade to microservices architecture from existing classic architecture. Okay, so future is microservices. That's why it's really very important to have a knowledge about microservices architecture. So when you download Oracle GoldenGate 21c from OTN, you will see two types of binaries. One is for classic and another one is for microservices architecture. So the one which says OGG Oracle GoldenGate 21.3.0.0.0 microservices for Oracle, that means it's a microservice. And then which doesn't say anything, that means it is classic. Okay. Now I mentioned this 21c new feature, Oracle Database Unified Build Support. What's that? So when installing Oracle GoldenGate, like prior to 21c, when you installed Oracle GoldenGate, let me give you a quick overview. Okay, so I'll exit. I'll go to /home/Oracle/software. Now let me show you the, like when we install. So this is 19c I'm installing right now. This is the 19c binaries which we have. So when we install Oracle GoldenGate, it checks that temp space for you, swap space for you, etc. So all other checks I have already done prior. There are checklists which you need to follow. So when you install Oracle GoldenGate 19c, what happens is, for Oracle database, it asks you for which Oracle database you want to use this Oracle GoldenGate for. Whether you want to install this Oracle GoldenGate 19c for Oracle database 19c, or you want to use this database for Oracle database 18c or 12c or 11g, right? So you had to select the correct database, whatever you have. So suppose if you want to install this 19c for database 12c, so you would have to select third option. If you won't do that, it won't work. Like you won't be able to log into GoldenGate because libraries won't be found. However, in 21c, Oracle GoldenGate has launched unified build support for Oracle database. So when installing Oracle GoldenGate 21c, you won't be no longer prompted to select the database version for which you are going to install Oracle GoldenGate 21c. So you will see it like this. Oracle Goldengate for Oracle Database 21c and lower supported version. So you don't have to worry about like if you provide the wrong database, that would be an issue. But here from 21c onwards, you have unified build support. Okay, so see, this is the VM which I have, and I have a 19c version, Oracle Goldengate 19.1. So if you see, it asks for what Goldengate, which database you want to use this Goldengate for. So this is unified build support. The next feature we are going to discuss about is automatic table extract. So Goldengate 21c has introduced the new mode called as auto capture, or you can call it as automatic capture mode. So first thing first, it requires Oracle database 21c or later. So you can use this feature only if your Oracle database is greater than equal to 21c. It is disabled by default. So to enable the automatic table extract, what you need to do is you need to include this parameter, translog options, integrated params, enable auto capture. So I'll give you one overview. Suppose if you have to add a new table in your environment, if you have to add a new table for Goldengate replication in your environment, what steps are you going to follow? First step would be to add the tran data or supplemental logging for that table, right? Second step would be edit the parameter file and add it, new table, then restart the process, right? Similarly, if you have to delete the table from replication, what you needed to do, you need to edit the parameter file, and remove the table from parameter file, right? And then if you want to delete the tran data, means it is recommended you delete the tran data and restart the process, right? These are the steps which you need to do. However, from 21c onwards, you have got the new feature called as auto extract of table, automatic table extract. So what happens now is you don't have to worry about providing the table in the parameter file of Goldengate. What you need to do is in the extract parameter file, you need to enable this parameter, translog options, integrated params, enable auto capture y. So you need to use this parameter. So you in the extract file of Goldengate, use this parameter, translog options, integrated params, enable auto capture y means yes. So what it will do is it will enable the auto capture. Now at the database level, what you need to do is you need to add the supplemental logging for that table. How do you do that? So under DBA tables now in 21c Goldengate, you have got one additional column which is called as logical replication. So what you need to do is you need to enable this logical replication. So by default it is disabled. So you need to enable it. So use below DDL to enable auto capture at table level. Alter table name, enable logical replication. So you need to execute this DDL or use add tran data at GGSCI level to enable auto capture mode. Or you can run either this alter table name, enable logical replication at SQL, or at Goldengate level at GGSCA, just use add tran data command. Upon enabling supplemental logging, the changes for that table will be captured automatically by extract process. So now the step what has been saved is this one, edit the parameter file. This step we no longer need to do. So what we have to do is basically we have to add the tran data You include this parameter translog options, integrate params, enable auto capture Y. Enable the tran data or execute this command. Alter table name, enable logical replication. So now how to remove the table from auto capture mode. Now, if you have added the table in auto capture, now you want to remove, how you can remove it? So either execute delete tran data at ggSCI level or use command alter table name, disable logical replication. Okay, so this is how you can enable automatic capture on Oracle Goldengate. Now parallel replicate support. So parallel replicate support is now extended for heterogeneous databases as well, including SQL Server, DB2ZOS, and MySQL. So until 19C, parallel replicate was only available with Oracle database. From 21C, so parallel replicate is type of replicate, one of the type of replicate, just for those who don't know. So parallel replicate was the feature which was introduced in Oracle Goldengate 12C R3. It is highly scalable apply engine for Oracle databases that can automatically parallelize the apply workload and take dependencies between transactions into account. So it ensures that any dependencies which is there between transactions, it takes that into account. Parallel replicate provides all benefit of integrated replicate by performing dependency computation and parallelism outside of the database. It parallelizes the reading and mapping of trail files and provide ability to apply large transaction quickly. So it has ability to apply large transaction quickly. Dependency computation, parallelism of the mapping, and apply are performed outside of the database and can be offloaded to another server. The transaction integrity is maintained in this particular process. Okay, so parallel replicate support is now extended. That is very good news for other databases. Okay, so these are the new features like unified build support, Goldengate support for heterogeneous microservices architecture, support for heterogeneous database, Goldengate unified build support, automatic capture of tables, parallel replicate support for heterogeneous databases. These are very good things. Large DDL replication is now supported as well. Okay. Any question? If you have any question, you can post in the chat window. In the meanwhile, I'll take few questions. Can we, so one question which Uma has, can we extract Oracle to MS SQL function procedure triggers using Oracle Goldengate microservices architecture? So the thing is, Goldengate DDL replication is supported only for Oracle database. So Oracle means Oracle homogeneous database. So if you want to replicate it using Oracle to MySQL, it won't work on any other heterogeneous database. One more question is, Brajen has that question. Do we need to configure GG on all Oracle rack nodes? If no, then how it continue the replication on replication node? If already configured GG rack node goes in down state. So the thing is, when you configure Goldengate in rack, you run Goldengate from one node only. The reason being, the archive log generated are common, means on all server. So you can use those. So you install Goldengate on all all nodes, but Goldengate extracts the data or replicates the data only from one single node. Now suppose your one node goes down from where Goldengate is running. In that case, you need to have automatic, means there is a component which comes in Goldengate which is called as XAG. You can use that for switch over of Oracle Goldengate to other working node. So this is called as Goldengate high availability. So when you configure Goldengate in high availability, so suppose if any of the node goes down, Goldengate will take care. It will switch to another node. Okay, Jubin has a question. Can we upgrade from classic to microservices without any data loss and or any issue or downtime? So Jubin, in this case, there will definitely be Goldengate downtime. Database downtime may not be there depending on, so database, sorry, so database downtime will not be there at all when you are upgrading the database, when you're upgrading the Goldengate from classic to microservices. But yes, Goldengate downtime will be there, because see, when you upgrade Goldengate from classic to microservice, it's not a straightforward upgradation. You have to do few stuff over there. That is the reason. But yes, you can upgrade it without any data loss. Sync delay will maybe there and downtime may be there, but you can take care of that later on. Okay. Okay, now there is one more thing, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure Goldengate Service. I did one webinar few days back about it. It's available on my YouTube channel as well. So I'll just give you a quick overview as well. So now time 21C Goldengate for on-prem has been launched in August 2021 at the end during the last week of August 2021. So that means it's less than 2 months old right now, 1.5. No, 2 months. Okay, 2 months old. Okay. However, this Goldengate 21C was already launched for Oracle Cloud Infrastructure as a Goldengate service. So over cloud, it was already available. So new OCI Goldengate service provide customers with real-time data fabric platform to design, execute, orchestrate, and monitor their data replication and streaming data events. So OCI Goldengate is the first cloud service of any major cloud provider to offer an elastic pay-per-use solution for general purpose database replication. So it allows you to pay you based on the usage. So real-time data ingestion to cloud and support for time series analytics where data is in flight. The new OCI native Goldengate service automates many functions including configuration, workload scaling, and patching while maintaining high availability. So what happens in this case is, like, you see this environment, this Goldengate environment. So this is Goldengate OCI. So the server is managed by Oracle itself. This server, what I'm so it's not on-prem right now. It's a Goldengate service on OCI. So I only have GUI access to this. However, server is managed by Oracle because it's a Goldengate service on OCI. So OCI Goldengate is first cloud service of any major cloud provider to offer an elastic pay-per-use solution for general purpose database replication. The new OCI native Goldengate service automates many functions including configuration, workload scaling, and patching while maintaining high availability. It ensures it is highly available. It enables customers to seamlessly integrate the service into their DevOps CI/CD pipeline as a first-class infrastructure as code service. Licensing wise, it is pay-per-use service. You don't need any license for Goldengate. You are billed what you use. So if you run Goldengate for 1 hour during the day, you only during that time will. Licensing is not based on CPU cores of source and target databases. So when you buy Goldengate on-prem, it is based on CPU cores of source and target database. However, in cloud, that's not the case. Okay. Okay, let me take few questions. Suresh has a question. Someone from our team has configured two extract process using 5 tables on one extract and 10 tables in second extract process. How to check which tables are mapped with which extract process? So each process has a parameter file associated to it. So you can check parameter file of that particular process. So Goldengate works according to parameters we provide. So during the training, all these things will be very much clear to you. Shashi has a question. on OCI Goldengate, can source and target database be on premise? Yeah, you can. Your service will reside on cloud. However, you can use TNS to connect to your source and target database. Absolutely, that is also possible. Okay. So what are the components of GGCS, Goldengate Cloud Service? So components of GG Cloud Service includes compartments. So compartment organizes and isolates your cloud resources such as cloud networks, compute instance, block volumes, or OCI Goldengate deployment. Then you have deployment, a container for your OCI Goldengate resources such as OCI Goldengate deployment console. So there is a deployment console for this. Then deployment backup. So backup of your deployment is retained for 60 days. Deployment is very important. Then you have database registration, which captures source and target credential information and enables network. So see, when if your OCI is on cloud and you want to connect to on-prem, so you need to have network connectivity established. So it allows you to enable, once the connectivity is established, you need to register your database with the cloud. And then you have extract, which extracts the data at local trail files, and then there is replicate process. Okay. So Amit has a question: if auto extract is feature in microservice, auto extract is feature of 21C, Amit. It's not the feature of microservices, it is the feature of 21C, which is available for both classic and microservices. So in parameter file, you don't need to provide any table. In auto extract, so you have to enable auto extract. It's not like auto extract is enabled by default. By default, auto extract is disabled. So you need to enable the auto extract. For that, you need to enable auto extract for that particular table upon adding the supplemental logging. Basically, you need to enable the logical replication of that table. So once you enable the logical replication and include the parameter translog options, integrated params, enable auto capture, then it will be captured. Otherwise, it won't be. But the parameter in the parameter file of process, if you want to enable auto capture, you don't need to provide that table list. However, apart from that, everything else will remain. Okay. Now, how we should debug the issue, which parameter file to look, it depends, right? Debugging is really very important. So you can debug when you look into the report file, it will show you which tables it is going to capture. So debugging, everything, yeah, everything is there which comes with experience. So once you do that, it will be easy. Okay. Okay. One question which was being asked is like, what is the licensing cost of Veridata? So guys, related to licensing, let me tell you, means I have, if you have attended my webinars earlier as well, you must have listened to me. The product is owned by Oracle. It's the Oracle product. So any licensing question, licensing cost, what you have, you should check with them. If you have any technical issues, yes, I'm there to help. But because see, the product is owned by Oracle and it can cost from few 100,000 to couple of thousand, couple of $100,000. So that's what. So you need to check with them what is the exact cost, because I'm not a licensing expert. Also, I don't own the product. The product is owned by Oracle only. But yeah, I can definitely give guidance regarding the technical questions if you have. Okay, so I offer 3 courses. All 3 courses what I discussed: Oracle Goldengate Classic Architecture, Microservices, and Veridata. Currently, I'm running all courses on 19C. I'll tell you the reason for it. Like this 21C is only couple of months old, so I'm still testing the version in my environment, because see, when the version is launched, like initially 19C was launched, it had few issues. So first I test the stuff myself, whatever I have to do. Like few things I've already tested, like auto capture or unified build support, or there and parallel replicate. But still there are few things which are left to be tested out. So I think I'll be upgrading the course content once I find the product is stable, because still I haven't come across any project where 21C Golden Gate is being used right now, up till now, but definitely in future, based on Oracle recommendation and based on my, because I have to upgrade myself regularly because I work as a consultant, and based on that, I have to provide best available uh, solution. So, and I cannot provide them solution because money is on stake for the organizations, and I cannot uh, provide the solution based on Oracle recommendation. If I'm providing the recommendation, it has to come by me. So if I want them to use 21C, it needed to be tested by me first. So this is what I'm doing. So once I'm facing few issues, that's why I'm not introduced 21C. So once, as soon as 21C is tested, I'll add 21C as well to this. Means what I have 21C latest feature, I'll add to the course. So currently the courses will be on Oracle Golden Gate like 19C version, which will be continuing because of 21C is the latest version. Means I'll be upgrading it soon. It's not because it's the latest version, but it's the newly launched version. So we see when the version is launched, there are few bugs, few things here and there. So that's why. So I provide these three courses: Oracle Golden Gate, Classic Architecture, Microservices, and Veridata. So if you want to access all the course content, you can access from this. So I'll post all these details. So these are the details regarding my YouTube. If you want to post any question, you can post, and in the, so let me copy this and open it for you. So to check the course content, sorry. So if you want to access the course content, you can access it. The drive link is there on your screen right now. So you can access the course content. All three courses are there. So this is classic architecture. So the duration of classic architecture is 23 to 25 hours. Microservices is 12 to 15 hours, and Veridata is 10 to 12 hours. So a lot of new topics are introduced in the training, like Golden Gate parallel replica, performance metric server, heartbeat table, Golden Gate upgradation, and zero downtime upgradation and migration cross-endian format support of Oracle Golden Gate, Golden Gate checkpoint, it's already there. So a lot of new things are there in bidirectional auto CDR. All these things are included. So I'm going to start with the, so there are a lot of success stories and training feedback. These are available on my LinkedIn profile as well. You can reach out to me over LinkedIn, and there are a lot of feedbacks available on my LinkedIn profile. A lot of my students are able to successfully clear the certification as well. So these are the feedbacks which are available on my LinkedIn profile as well. So I'm starting 30-day learning Oracle Golden Gate Classic Architecture weekday training batch from 10th, it's not 8th November. Basically, it's from 9th November 2021. So as per EST timing, it's from Tuesday. I'm starting day after tomorrow. EST, US timing. And as per Indian timing, I'm starting from Wednesday morning, IST. So the duration is 23 to 25 hours. So the timing of the batch, it's a weekday batch. So weekday batch timing is 9:30 p.m. EST, and as per Indian timing, it is 8 a.m. IST. So that I again repeat, I'm starting 30-day learning Oracle Golden Gate training batch from 10th, 9th November. Let me correct it. So it will be 9th November US EST and 10th November India IST. So this is a weekday batch. So weekday batch is conducted from 9:30 to 10:45 p.m. EST and 8 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. IST, Tuesday to Friday. Monday to Thursday as per EST timing and Tuesday to Friday as per IST time. So I'll be starting this batch soon from day after tomorrow as per EST timing. So Oracle Goldengate Veridata weekend batch will commence in December, January. Similarly, Microservices weekend batch I'll be starting next month. So weekend batch is conducted on Saturdays and or Sunday, 6 p.m. IST or 7:30 a.m. EST, and it is conducted 3 hours a week. So when you start learning Goldengate, you first learn classic, then move to microservices, and then move to Veridata. So the offerings of the live course include 1 year unlimited retakes. So with the course, you have 1 year unlimited retakes. So 1 year unlimited retakes means you can join any session with me for next 1 year, any number of times. Say for example, you say, Ashish, can I join this batch? Yes. Can I join next batch? Because I upgrade my course content regularly. With each batch, I include new topics. So similarly, once the course upgradation happens, you can join that as well. Whenever you want, whenever you like. Okay. Along with that, you have access to recorded sessions for lifetime. So all the sessions are recorded and you have lifetime access to those sessions. You will receive one-on-one doubt clearing sessions. So if you have any doubts, any questions, you can email me, call me, WhatsApp me. You have lifetime on-job support. So say for example, you have Goldengate being used in your environment and you are facing any issue. So you can discuss your issue with me and I'll help you with that. Then you have lifetime WhatsApp support with the course. So lifetime WhatsApp support means I have enrolled students WhatsApp group where other students of mine are there. So with that training, you have lifetime WhatsApp support as well. You learn from others and others also learn from you. So you can post your questions, queries over there and you will get the answer. Along with that, I'll be sharing with you the lab setup kit for practice, the pre-cooked virtual boxes which I was showing with you. Those comes with database software 12C and Goldengate 19C. So I'll be providing that as well for you. And then you will be receiving step-by-step activity guides as well. So I have prepared, like with the training, you will be receiving these activity guides like this one with pictorial, like this is download and installation. How do you download Oracle Goldengate? So with pictures, I have prepared the guides and you will receive those as well. Along with that, you will also receive notes, daily notes with each session. So what happens is upon completion of session, I prepare the note like recap of the session. So we'll receive those recap as well, which you can consider notes as well. So sessions are conducted regularly. All the sessions are practical and training is interview and job oriented. You can join any session any number of times for next 1 year. The sessions are live and interactive. So all the sessions are live and interactive and the session will pave your path towards becoming Goldengate expert. At the end of the session, my assurance is you will be able to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Goldengate on your own, as well as able to provide solution related to Goldengate on your own to your customer. And if you're interested for upcoming session of Oracle Goldengate, you can fill out the inquiry form or you can email me at ashishagarwalag@gmail.com or WhatsApp me at 416-871-5708. Let me post this over. So I've pasted my details over chat window. So if you have anything, you can anytime. So if you're interested to join the upcoming session, if you want to know any detail or if you have any questions, you can fill out the inquiry form. I'll get back to you ASAP. Or you can email me at my email ID, which is ashishagarwalag@gmail.com, or you can WhatsApp me at 416-871-5708 as well. There are few FAQs. So will I miss anything if I join now during already running batch? No, we have got you covered. What if I miss a session? If in case you miss a session, you can go through a recorded version of live session, which will be available within 24 hours once session is completed. We also give you opportunity to retake this course free for next 1 year. Do you provide lifetime on job support? Yes, I do. If you have any queries, with any of the real-time projects at your workplace, I will help you with that, and that's for lifetime. Even if you want support in 2030, you will get that support as well. If you have any questions before joining, how can I contact you? You can fill out the Golden Gate training inquiry form, or you can email me or WhatsApp me. How can I check reviews regarding the training? You can check the reviews regarding my training on the LinkedIn profile. The feedback received has been awesome. My assurance is at the end of the session, you will be very good with Golden Gate. And I hope you liked today's session, guys. So for today's session, if you have any feedback, I would request your feedback. Please provide your feedback for today's session via email, recommend me over LinkedIn or Twitter as well. So my email ID is ashishagarwalag@gmail.com. My LinkedIn profile detail is there, or you can WhatsApp me at 416-871-5708 and country code is +1. You can tweet me at Ashish Agarwal AG, and don't forget to like and subscribe youtube.com/Ashish Agarwal_GG. And if you have any post-session queries, any technical or course related queries, drop an email to me at ashishagarwalag@gmail.com. Tweet me at Ashish Agarwal AG. Drop me a comment on my YouTube channel and WhatsApp me at 416-871-570. For any questions related to the training, please do fill out the inquiry form. So I've pasted the inquiry form. Or you can also email at ashishagarwal@gmail. WhatsApp me at +1. Okay, so guys, I hope, how was the session? Were you able to follow the session? Thank you very much, guys. So continue to learn, keep upskilling yourself, try to learn new technologies, and you will be very. Thank you very much for joining today's session, everyone. Thank you very much. If you have any doubts, any question or anything, feel free to reach out to me. And if you want to attend upcoming 30-day learning Golden Gate challenge, you can join that as well. Thank you.